Hi, ladies and gents. Welcome to CEO Meets. My name's Pip Wilkins. I'm the CEO of the British Franchise Association, and I'm delighted to be joined by Rodrigue from Veeno. So first up, talk to us a bit about yourself and your role within the business.
Hi, thank you, Pip. Good to be with you. My name is Rodrigue Trouillet. I guess from the accent, you can kind of figure out that I'm not from England. I'm originally born in Canada, raised 19 years there, then Paris, and I've for another 19, and moved to England 15 years ago. I'm the owner of Veeno, the Italian wine bar business. We have 9 locations today, 7 of them being corporate stores and 2 of them being franchise stores. So we're across Banbury, Bristol, Chester, Edinburgh, Leeds, Leicester, Reading, Reigate, and Stratford-upon-Avon. And our 2 franchise stores today are Reading for the last 3 years and Reigate, which opened in July 2021.
So tell us a bit about Veeno. What would somebody expect to see if they came into one of the stores?
Well, I think the concept and the design is basically the same in every of our locations. So you know you're stepping into a Veeno wherever you are. Obviously, some of them are a bit older than our more recent additions. But you know, we are about a sort of very relaxed, warm atmosphere, very wood atmosphere in terms of the design. We work a lot with our staff to make sure that we do a sort of very nice and friendly welcome and a sort of journey of who we are and what we love in terms of our wines, our Italian food. So I think one thing that we do love to do is to really get these customers of ours to really understand who we are and what we do. We don't pretend to be sommeliers. We're not experts. We don't want it to be too pompous. We want it to be very chilled and very relaxed and explain a little bit the wines and why these wines should be paired with these food items, et cetera, but with a sort of very relaxed atmosphere. So again, you know, you do whatever the Veeno you go into, you'll find that same kind of atmosphere, which is also linked to the music we put, different depending on the day and night. But that's kind of generally who we are in terms of the concept.
Fantastic. So the experience is everything really for the customer?
Yes, absolutely. We do, you know, take good care of the customers on that front. For us, it's extremely important to look at the sort of customer experience, the customer journey. We're very happy and very proud of our teams that have been doing an amazing job, even during the sort of tougher times with the pandemic, to be able to really give our customers a great day out, a great night out, whether they want to enjoy a wine tasting experience for 2 or for 10, whether they want to come for a drink, whether they want to have a pizza, pasta, whatever it is, you know, food or drinks. We wanted to make sure we gave them a great experience. And I think we've seen the results, to be honest. We've now, you know, are doing extremely well on some of these sort of review platforms, whether it's TripAdvisor or Google. We've seen really a great increase in getting those 5 stars more and more, which means a lot to us. Credit to our teams for doing a great job.
So you've just alluded to the pandemic. It's been a tough couple of years. What have you really done to support the franchisees and make sure they could come out of this stronger than them when they went in?
Well, I mean, obviously, one of them was, let's call it, post a couple of lockdowns. So it was a bit, I wouldn't say easier, but certainly we gave all the support we could have with regards to training and everything else that we normally do. For the first one that definitely did go through the full experience of the pandemic, put it that way. You know, we were there to support them during the way. We worked a lot on the marketing side to be able to continue putting the brand out there, which obviously represents all our Veenos, but as well the franchisees. So we did a lot of marketing. We did a lot of newsletters. We just kept in touch a lot with our database of customers, whether it's through Facebook or Instagram or our newsletter that we have a sort of big following, just to make sure we kept it going and, you know, did some promotions, things like that, you know, try to buy our wines or our food and get it, you know, do it at home, you know, do your own wine tasting experience at home. And so that's the way that we kept in touch and made sure our franchisees were involved in that. We obviously did not have any royalties or marketing coming our way during that period. We worked with them if needed to be able to make sure the landlords were generous, and you know, in general they have been for us, which is good. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's been difficult, but it's kind of interesting to see that, you know, in 2021 we launched a franchise business and we launched a corporate business, you know, and it was still the pandemic, which again proves the concept works. The operation, the way it's designed to operate, is actually relatively simple, and I think that's the reason why, you know, I'm convinced we all know people needed to go out, people will continue going out and enjoy a nice glass of wine or a nice wine tasting experience, I think is what really mattered. And we've done it really well, to be honest, and we're quite lucky to be where we are today.
It's much more fun doing it outside than it is doing it at home.
Yes.
So tell me, what are some of the key things, the attributes that you look for in a potential franchisee?
Well, it's a good question. We need to look at someone that's passionate. I think the hospitality industry is a fun industry to be in, but it's a difficult industry. It's, you roll up your sleeves, you work hard, but it is gratifying because you can see the customer experiences. And, and even just last night, we saw some amazing Instagram posts from our customers saying how great their night was, right? And that's amazing, but it takes a lot of work together. So for us to get there. So for us, it's really about making sure we get people that are passionate. We get people that, love the industry. They have to love the industry. I think it's quite key in hospitality. Of course, they got to love our concept, what we are about. And I think what we see is a lot of the prospective franchisees we're talking to love the concept, love the simplicity of operating the concept. And I think that is quite key. But on the other side, we are looking, we're after quality versus quantity of franchisee. And I think that's really something where we take seriously and take our time with these people. So again, we're not there to rush them to come through with us. It's more about saying, make sure it's the right thing, because you have to be passionate. You got to love what you do, because there will be some great times and there'll be some low times, as we know in hospitality. So you have to be prepared for that, which I think is really key, and make sure the prospective franchisee understands.
100%. So what about this year for you? What are your plans for the rest of this year in the brand?
So we've got 9 right now, and we've got 2 franchisees that have signed up, one for the Cheshire region and one for Essex. So we are going through the process of sort of some form of due diligence, starting to do some searches for locations in these regions. So, touch wood, hopefully we'll be able to open 2 franchise stores before the end of 2022. Depends a lot on the location and the time it takes to actually sign these bloody agreements. So sometimes we'd love to actually open 2 of these in 2022. We'll see how it goes. We might as well do a corporate store. We have some couple of ideas here and there. And so hopefully, we could have a couple of more Veenos open by the end of the year. And the pipeline is good. We have a lot of interest. But like I said, it takes time. So we want to take our time. And also we want to make sure we launch at the right time, right? We're not going to tell the franchisee, launch, 10 days before Christmas. Not going to happen, right? There are some slots where you've got to be able to launch at that period. So, if it has to be 2023, it'll be 2023.
Fantastic. Now I have one final question, Rodrigue. I ask everybody, if someone's looking to invest in a franchise, what would be your top tip to them?
Be ready to work hard, but be ready to listen as well. I think it's important to understand that, even my experience, I was going to be a franchisee at a brand before I bought the brand. And I think I learned so much along the way. So I think it's important to listen to your franchisor, to raise your hand up when you don't know, because you can't know everything. And we've been through some tough times as well. We've been through some mistakes we've made that we've learned from. So we've got that baggage that is important for the franchisee to really listen to us when we're actually going through this journey together. And it's important to start right, and therefore take the time to really, really make sure, yes, be passionate about it, but be open about things that you actually, don't necessarily have the expertise for, because we're there to help that franchisee.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been really nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much.